Welcome back to Minami Suna Bowling Center in Tokyo. Randy, that open frame by Palermo in the first proved costly.
Yeah, it really did. It also cost Sean Rash. But we now have an All-American matchup coming up.
And 3 of 4 JPBA players have already advanced to the semifinals. And we've got the American hope of retaining the Japan Cup. Tommy Jones and E.J. Tackett. Our final round of 8 matchup. We begin with Jones out of Simpsonville, South Carolina, 35 years old, 15 career PBA Tour titles. Final round of 8 matchup. And here's the opening shot out of Jones. Oh, ring 10, but the messenger gets it on the backside. Strike for Tommy.
And it looks like the back part of the lane is coated with Teflon as the 4-pin goes to the sidewall and just slides across and takes the 10 out.
Debut in Japan for E.J. Tackett, making his 2nd career television appearance. First came at the PBA Wolf Open in Milwaukee. Opening shot. And E.J. rips a rack. Boy, did that ball take a spin through the pin deck.
Yeah, that was 10 in the pit, but this ball could have knocked down 20 pins. He gets it at the bottom of the swing for all it's worth. E.J. Tackett, he doesn't leave anything in the bag.
Here's his route through match play, taking out Manabu Emura, Kim Young Kwan, and Wes Smollett 3-0 in the round of 16 to advance to the round of 8. Second frame. And a light hit. Oh my, obliterates the 10.
His toughest match proved to be no match at all, as Wes Smollett had a couple of 160 games, but here's EJ's power. This kid's very athletic, and he knows how to throw pins around.
He's got a ton of confidence as well. No confidence lost with this man, Tommy Jones, 3-time Japan Cup champion, looking to cash in on his 4th. Double apiece. Jones, Tackett, round of 8.
Well, Tommy Jones, no stranger to the bright lights and bowling under pressure. He's got the 3rd highest winning percentage on TV in the history of the PBA, and that's just another beautiful strike.
Tommy Jones' path through match play, taking out former champion here, the last JPBA player, Takeo Sakai and Mike Fagan in the round of 16. Randy, Tommy says, I take strong balls with strong layouts when he comes to Asia. Why does he do that?
Well, he knew that he was going to be bowling on a 41-foot pattern, so he wanted aggressive equipment. And a strong layout is where he positions the weight block based on where he's going to drill the fingers and the thumb holes. He positions that weight block to make that bowling ball roll. And Tommy likes to throw it hard, and he likes to be aggressive. And when he gets on oil, he doesn't want his ball to hydroplane. So he goes with strong cores, strong cover stocks, and drills the equipment strong to give him the best advantage.
And a turkey there. Back over to E.J. Tackett, making his first trip overseas in this round 1 Japan Cup. And a strike for Tackett. Turkeys apiece. 3 strikes for both players in this round of 8 matchup. Winner advances to the semifinal.
A lot of power, a lot of hand, and this very talented 21-year-old who's quietly making a name for himself on the PBA Tour.
EJ steps up in the 4th frame. Turkey apiece. And delivers a powerful strike. All strikes.
You wonder how you can generate that much power from such a small stature. Easy. Get your feet going fast, cup that wrist, and bend that elbow right before you let go of the bowling ball and snap that wrist open. You'll throw it fast. You'll create a lot of revs.
Tommy Jones, look at the footwork and some injuries in the past, and Tommy now operating close to 100% physically. 4th frame. And a light hit shakes everything but the 8.
Interesting that Tommy Jones comes in light on the lane that hooks more. You can see just how deep he's playing. Lucky it's only the 8-pin and not the 2-8-10.
Jones with the single pin, first non-strike in this round of 8 matchup. Converts the spare. Defending champion Mika Koivuniemi did not make the round of 64, the same thing happened to Tommy Jones one of the years he was defending champion. He says you can get into trouble if it gets wet dry here and you don't have a ball that's close. How do you attack that?
Well, first of all, what he means by wet dry is when you get the bowling ball to the right, if you're a right-hander, a little too early, and it overhooks, and then when you miss target a little bit to the inside, it goes too straight. So the dry becomes more pronounced, the oil becomes more pronounced. You need to find a bowling ball that will blend that out.
Fifth frame after the spare for Jones. And back, solid in the pocket, and a strike for Tommy Jones.
Back on the strike train, Tommy Jones knows that he can't get too far behind E.J. Tackett, especially since E.J. has yet to miss. This kid can throw a lot of strikes.
Perfect from the first. E.J. Tackett operates in the fifth. And he's got the front five.
All of a sudden, it looks like the right lane is starting to bail down lane, meaning that the bowling balls are laboring to get back to the pocket. Remember, Tommy went light. That's the light mixer there for EJ on the right lane.
Bowling at Minami Suna in Tokyo on AMF HPL lanes, Randy, and EJ got a chance to practice on the lane surface back at home in Huntington, Indiana.
Yeah, his folks have the same exact HPL surface, and that's a huge advantage. Put a 41-foot oil pattern down, make sure that the volumes are close, and EJ gets a pretty good idea of what the oil pattern was going to be like here. He can adjust his equipment accordingly.
And crossing over almost there, just leaving the 10-pin. Tackett operates cross lane. First crack at a spare here in this round of 8 matchup. No problem. Drills it back. Slash in the box for E.J. Tackett. Tight round of 8 battle between Tommy Jones throwing strikes with messengers and E.J. Tackett returning serve. This match is in the balance. Who will be the last American hope to stand up against Japan's wishes to return the Japan Cup home? Coming up next. Rolling along at the Round 1 Japan Cup in Tokyo, the final event of the 2012-13 PBA Tour season, and a Player of the Year announcement is coming up, Randy.
Yeah, and a couple of new names I think some people might be surprised that are going to be mentioned. How about Dom Barrett? He threw his name in the hat after he won the 2013 World Championship. He also has a cutter open to go with that. 4th in earnings, 10th in average.
Dom Barrett from England factoring among Player of the Year voters along with this international superstar.
Well, no surprise that Jason Belmonte is in the mix once again. Got edged out last season by Sean Rash. Made a lot of money this year, 2 wins, won the Lucas Oil Bear Open, and he won a major, the USBC Masters.
Defending champ here at the Japan Cup and winner overseas major, Mika Koivuniemi.
Well, Mika's got the most wins on the list at 3, but all of 3 wins have come internationally. No stateside wins. I don't know how that's going to fare in the voting. Mika is also second in money.
Wes Malott factors with his first major win this year.
And that major victory gives Wes Malott major consideration to win another Player of the Year honor. Wes also has a runner-up finish at the USBC Masters.
And our defending Player of the Year, Sean Rash, trying to go back-to-back.
And Sean has 2 wins this season as well. Again, both coming on foreign soil, but this man leads just about every statistical category on the tour.
And coming up live next Friday, January 17th on Extra Frame at 5 Eastern, it'll be the live announcement. Randy, who's in your top 3?
My top 3 in this order: Belmonte, Malott, Rash.
Back to action in our final round of 8 matchup. Jones and E.J. Tackett. A former PBA Player of the Year himself, Tommy Jones, working on a strike, 6th frame. And Jones slaps out the 10, cuts the lead in half.
Well, that's a beautiful thing to watch when the 6-pin goes to the sidewall and snaps the 10 out. Watch this, second pin to the right. Tommy Jones knew he needed to grab a mitt and get back in the game, and he just did with a double in the 5th and 6th frame.
Final 4 frames. Jones first to play here in the 7th with a strike and even the match. Oh, and the 7 stands.
Yeah, a little shaker 7. Ball comes in just a little bit light, not a very good break. When you have that much power, speed, and revolutions, you're looking to carry this shot and carry it a lot. Tommy Jones leaves that 7-pin, critical time here in the 7th frame.
Tackett waiting his turn, trying to displace the 3-time Japan Cup winner. Tommy trying to add his 4th. Up and at him and kicks the 7-pin halfway back to the foul line. Does Jones. And here's multiple Japan Cup winners. As we mentioned, Parker Bowen all time with 4, but Jones trying to even that mark today.
And a couple other guys that know how to win internationally there. Mika Koivuniemi has won all over the world. And, of course, Amleto Monicelli, who absolutely loves bowling in Japan.
Tackett up, 7th frame on the spare. Wide berth, 10-pin.
Almost a pocket 7-10, and this would be the worst possible moment for that to happen. And seeing how he's leading, all he has to do is stay clean and fill frames. E.J. Tackett, to me, appears not to be nervous in the least. I mean, there's no sweat, there's no perspiration. He just looks emotionless.
The word is confidence. EJ came in with a lot of confidence. How important is that factor to have that going for you?
Well, it's very important, obviously, but you know the other factor may be that he's only 21 years old. He doesn't know any better.
Tackett up, 8th frame, battle with Jones to advance. Pretty confident stroke.
You know, it's a lot easier getting off the bench and needing to throw a double or a 3-bagger in the 10th frame to win when you're 21 than when you're 51. I mean, the body wears out, the mind wears out, mentally you're fatigued. When you're young, how many shots does it take you to get warmed up? 3 or 4 or 5. When you're young, you don't know the difference. You don't know what it's like to be nervous. So, therefore, it's so much easier to get a handle on the nerves. And I think that's what E.J. Tackett's doing.
8th frame for Jones, 6 around the 10.
Pretty good shot there from Tommy Jones, and he knows what the scoreboard's saying right now. He's trailing, he needs to throw strikes, and this is not what he wanted to see. He's bowling against a very confident, young, talented powerhouse in E.J. Tackett. Tackett is working on a strike in the 8th. Tommy needed that strike in the 8th.
Cross lane labels the 10-pin spare for Tommy Jones. Final 2 frames of this round of 8 matchup. Minami Suna Bowling Center in Tokyo. And Jones needs to operate in the 9th and 10th. Head to PBA.com to check out the new PBA Bowling Challenge game for your mobile device. The game, which has been updated for mobile and tablets, including iOS systems, allows you to bowl against the best PBA bowlers in dozens of events all over the country. New features include 40 different bowling ball options, quick play and career mode options, along with special bonus challenges. Click on the mobile game link at PBA.com to get started. 9th frame for Jones. Kicks the 10 out. Messenger for good measure.
Yeah, that's the hit he wanted on the right lane. And the best news for Tommy Jones is that he sets up the 10th frame for himself. He can strike out now to shoot 247. He's going to need a little bit of help from E.J. Tackett.
Tackett can close things out. He's got a lead and a strike operating now in the foundation. 2-pin.
E.J. could have struck out for 268. Instead, he comes in light on that same right lane that looks like is starting to hang down lane. bowling balls look like they're laboring to try to get back into the pocket. The players have moved so deep and they've created so much angle that now they're having trouble getting the ball to curve back into the 1-3.
Spare for Tackett. We now enter the 10th frame. 248 max for E.J. Tackett.
He strikes out. He shoots 248. The best Tommy Jones can shoot 247. This is what you like to see in any match, coming down to the 10th frame.
So ball in hand, as the players say. Player controls his destiny. And Tackett can strike out and advance. Creeps high and avoids trouble. Just a 7-pin. Kind of taps himself on the head. Opportunity lost.
Kind of beat himself in the head, Mike J. He's upset. He knows that he gave one away here, but he got a nice break. The big 4 was standing. Now it's just the 7-pin.
Oh no, missed single pin and a 226 finale.
Are you kidding? Just a total whiff, inexplicable whiff on a single pin spare at this point in the game. This could be lack of experience, his youth, maybe just didn't take enough time. In any event, he just gift wrapped this match to Tommy Jones. If Tommy goes spare strike, Tommy will win by 1 pin.
Jones did not expect this opportunity, but he has it now. The Tackett miscue opens the door wide open for Jones to make the semifinal at this Round 1 Japan Cup. Working on the strike, 10th frame. Oh, 2-10 split.
Well, I bet if you would have asked Tommy Jones what lane he would have preferred to finish on before he threw this shot, he would have said the left lane. Talk about back and forth. Now Tommy Jones has to make the 210 and then strike on the fill shot. Otherwise, E.J. Tackett moves on.
Up and down roller coaster for Tackett will depend on this shot. Jones must slide the 2 into the 10 and strike to advance. And he gets the 210 conversion. Jones comes up huge.
Well, this future Hall of Famer is just as tough as nails and comes through with his best shot of the match when he needed it. The question is, can he strike on this right lane?
10 pins to advance. 9 pins will have a sudden death roll-off. 8, and Tackett wins. Monumental fill ball. And Jones taking a little extra time here.
Right now he's thinking to himself, okay, what adjustment do I make? Do I soften up the speed? Do I square up with my target? What is the right adjustment to get the ball into the 1-3 pocket?
Oh, 7 count. Tackett survives. I don't believe it.
Tommy liked that shot. He thought he threw a pretty good shot there, and that ball never turned over down the lane. Tommy Jones loses by 2.
E.J. Tackett misses the single pin, but lives to advance to the round of 4. Jones gave himself a chance to win with this incredible conversion of the 210, needing 9 to tie, 10 to win. No, E.J. Tackett, the last American hope for the Round 1 Japan Cup. The semifinals are coming up next from Tokyo.